Welcome back to my channel. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.
Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making Asoebi budget friendly and fun. I mean, you can still look good on a budget. Now let us look at the materials we're going to be needing. The first thing on the list is this our paper ribbon. You can get this at any decoration supply store. Your cane, I don't know, I bought this is how they say they use this to beat children here in don't let me say Africa, in Nigeria. Your feather, now this is a pack of feather. This is like 2 yards. I've never measured it, but that's the general measurement given to it. Your tassel, whatever fabric you want to use. This is, I don't know this fabric, I just have this at home. You can use your brother satin, you can even use your taffeta. Your trimmings, I have this big one and this small one. Now they call this color pin, I don't know, that is what I and my madam call it. Your tape rule, I don't know, for whatever. Your carton, we call this pali from the side of the country that I come from. And you're going to be needing your candle gum. If there are any other things you are going to be needing in the video, you'll be seeing them. The very first thing you want to do is you want to shape the base of our Asoebi fan. Now this is the carton I'm going to be using. You can decide to use something bigger if what you are going for is a bigger Handfan, and I just decided to cut into two because this would be enough. Now what you want to do is you want to determine your shape. If it's going to be round, definitely this base is going to be bigger than this, but for what I want to do, this will be perfect. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take my tape rule to cut out the excess that I do not want. The markings that I have here, this point right here is the mid part of this my carton, and these are the places, this is where I'll be cutting out from both sides of our Handfan. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and maybe come up here by, let's say, 3 inches. Please, whatever you are doing, I'm just doing this on camera so you understand better what you are, the shape you are going for, or the size determines this. And I will be connecting what I have decided to cut off from this side. Now this is not compulsory, it depends on you, but I just want to make sure that what I have is accurate. After doing this, I'm going to go ahead and trim this out. At this point, you should have something like this. Remember that we have 2 pieces of this. I'm going to go ahead and trace this out, or just put this on this and use it to cut it out. After cutting it, you should have something like this. Now the next thing we want to work with is our cane, and this is going to be the handle for our fan. Now what you want to do right now is determine the length of your handle, and you don't want it to be too long or too short. So I'm just going to be leaving it at 7 inches. If you want to make it longer, or let me just use 8 inches. If it is longer, I can still go ahead and trim it up. Now we have something like this. The next thing we want to do is to attach this our cane to our base. Now I will advise you that if you are using a carton that has this colored back, ensure that it is the one facing each other. Make sure that this plain part is the one that is going to be outside. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll be putting gum here in the mid part of our carton. I'll be putting gum, and I will go ahead and place it like so. You can just, for security's sake, add more gum to the side. The next thing we want to do is we want to put this other carton on this one right here. What I'll just be doing is I'm going to be applying gum on it, and then I will put it on it. I'm going to be pressing it hard. Now you have something like this. So I'm going to go ahead and trim out any excesses that we have by the side right here. You are going to be having something like this. What I'm going to be doing now is I will just go ahead, apply gum on our base like so. And I will take our piece of fabric and put it on it. When I'm cutting it out, I'm not going to be cutting out the exact shape of the fan. I'm going to be cutting out in excess. This is what I have after cutting it out. What I will be doing next is I'm going to be applying gum to the edges right here. And I'll be putting it on it like so. Now we have something like this. I'm going to go ahead and apply gum on this side as well and trim it out. Now when I'm trimming this side out, I'm not going to be putting out excess. I'm just going to be trimming out the exact shape of our base. And then apply. So now for this place right here, we are not going to be leaving it like this, trust me. I'm going to be using this, our paper ribbon. Yes. So I'm just going to be cutting out just a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and apply gum and roll this our paper ribbon around it. When I get to the tip right here, I'm going to be ensuring that a little bit of the ribbon goes to, I don't know how to explain it, just look at what I'm doing, please. Just like this, and I will apply my gum to make it stay in place. Now our base is complete. Next thing we want to do is we want to put our feather on our base, and this is a pack just like I said in the introduction video. I'm just going to be cutting this into half first. Now after cutting it into half, I'll cut it into another half. This is just going to be a layer of feather, and I'll be applying gum. You remember that we have a curve like this, so that is where the feathers will be starting from. Just apply your gum generously so it doesn't come off. If you take a pack of feather as well, you will notice that it looks like it's facing like it's upside down. But if you take a look at this, it's facing up. So even if you don't notice in this video, if you take your feather physically, you're going to notice that. So I'm going to be, this is the pack of feather facing up like so. So I'm going to go ahead and start applying it like so. I'll do the same thing for the other side. I'm going to apply my gum just like I did for the other side. So I'll go ahead and still take my remaining pack of feather and use it, because we want it to be actually full so that no part of this base will be showing. So I'll go ahead and just double it. So what I'm doing is this side that I'm placing over this one, I'm just taking it slightly below the band of this first one. Seeing that this will not be enough to cover around, I'll go ahead, just attach my gum and I'll be cutting it off here. Now we are done with attaching our feather. The next thing we want to work with right now is with our applique. Just like I said, they call it I call it scalloping. Now I want to give you advice concerning this scalloping. Now I've seen so many tutorials on YouTube and I see people struggling with this. If you look at this part right here, you will see a thread. Yes, so for you to be able to use this well and ensure that it is well laid, you have to actually cut out that nothing will happen. Nothing. When you do this, it actually lays better. I'm going to go ahead and put gum here. I'll take my trimmings, and I'll start placing it like so, and I'll just go round. After going around, I'm going to make another step with gum. So I'm just going to continue layering these trimmings by applying gum to another layer and placing the trimmings on top. So this layer right here is going to be my last layer, and what I'll just do is I'm going to be using the remaining part from these trimmings to cover it up. So I'll just go ahead and trim off the excess trimmings that we have. For this part right here, I'll be applying gum into it like so, and I'll be covering it up. If you can see any part still open, just cut off a piece of this and you use it to cover it like so. Now this is what you should have. So the next thing we want to do is we want to work with this our small trimmings, and the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be covering this bottom part right here with this. So I'll cut out just a bit and I'll go ahead and place it like so. Now after placing it like so, I will cut out another piece of fabric. Now you say, why am I still cutting it out? Because it has covered it enough. You will be seeing the reason. Please note, when I was applying gum to the second part, I didn't apply it on the already trimmings that were already placed down. So this part right here is free. Now what we want to now do is we're going to be using this our trimmings to wrap our handle from this up part. So you just apply gum to this tip right here and start rolling your trimmings around your handle. And when you get to this end part right here, go ahead and apply generous amounts of gum to this side right here. I'm going to be rolling this upward, so I'll be applying gum to the body. This is just to secure it properly. Then once I'm satisfied with what I have, I'm going to go ahead and trim off the excess. So far, this is what we have. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to be attaching our tassel to this. Remember I said that when putting the second layer at the tip, the end part of this our fan, I didn't put it on the first layer. That is because we need space to take this our tassel through. I'll be taking my scissors and I'm using it to ensure that the space right here is open enough for the tassel to go through it. So I'm just going to be taking the tassel, and if it does not pass through so easily like that, I'm going to be using my scissors to ensure that it goes through it. So after it has come out from this other side, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll be, I don't know, maybe this has formed a loop, so I'll take this remaining body right here through it and tighten it up. Now we have this. What you can do as well is to use your thread and your needle to tack it, but this is okay. Now we have this beauty right here. So what you want to do now is you are going to be trimming it to the same size, but you want to leave it like this. This is your that's your is left to you. So I don't want to do it here in my work area, so I'm going to go ahead and do it around maybe my dustbin side or outside, and I'll show you guys what it looks like.
And this is the gorgeousness that we have. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and also turn on your notification button so you get notified when I post a new video. Bye.